Back to the Green Party platform here. Now, I blog on taxes, but because of DOMA and some cases about transgendered surgery, I've been following GLPD issues in my blog. The Green Party platform takes a strong stand in favor of access to medical and surgical treatment for assignment or reassignment of gender or sex based on informed consent. How do you address the concerns some women have about transsexuals threatening the sanctity and safety of women-only spaces? I particularly read about this quite a bit on radical feminists, and I'm talking about people who characterize themselves as radical feminists, have a real concern that the transgendered are moving into their spaces, and it bothers them. Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a real civil rights conundrum going on there, and I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on that.
Yeah. You know, I can't say I've heard it as an issue. I know it's out there. It hasn't come to me. What I hear in the community and out there on the campaign trail are more concerns about transgenders' access to jobs and housing and safety and avoiding, you know, being the targets of gay bashing and, you know, violence, gender violence, and so on. Those are, I think, the really compelling and overarching concerns. On, you know, as far as like who's going to use the women's bathroom, you know, there are a lot of bathrooms now which are one gender bathrooms and which are private bathrooms. You know, so I think there are many ways to solve this
There are concerns about
problem.
there are concerns. The fight in the community seems to be that protection for the transgendered can somehow compromise the rights of women to have separate, safe spaces.
Yes.
The names I've seen common. It's a bit of a war on the internet. It may be kind of small. It's Kathy Brennan on one hand and Monica Roberts on the other. The names that seem to be coming up, and I'm just wondering if so you haven't hit that issue.
It hasn't come my way. Put it this way: I know that when the president refused to sign the executive order establishing workplace equal rights and equal economic rights, regardless of gender or gender assignment, I heard about that as a very big deal, and I heard from people who wanted to know would I stand up for equal rights, regardless of gender identity. And, you know, yes, of course, and my campaign, I will just add, was the first that I know of, certainly in Massachusetts, to actually stand up for the rights of equal marriage. And this was in 2002, running against Mitt Romney, when the Democratic candidates were just trying to decide whether or not they would support civil unions. My campaign was pushing the envelope on that for equal marriage. You know, I think that's really the focus of the debate here around marriage equality, which still, you know, a majority of Americans do not have access to. Marriage equality, as well as economic security, rights to housing, and really critical economic survival issues that I think are access to health care as well, that I think are very important.